Good afternoon from Magic Kingdom. Today we're taking a quick break from the holiday-based content to highlight the 10 things you didn't know about Fantasyland at Magic Kingdom. It's a little bit of a different video. It's a top 10 vlog style. We're gonna get going as quick as we can on to number 1. For our very first fact of things you didn't know here in Fantasyland, we're actually over on the front side of the castle to check out one very, very weird detail that may be a mistake, maybe on purpose. I have no idea. But number 1 is the Roman numerals on the clock here are incorrect. Now I know what you're thinking, Ryan, I don't know how to read Roman numerals, and I know you don't know how to either. Well, you're right. But if you happen to look very, very closely on the clock, you'll read 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is actually improper. It's supposed to be, I believe, IV or VI, one of those. I don't know, I can't see. It's really far away from where I'm standing right now. But it is like 4 I's, and that is not correct for Roman numerals. There you go, guys. That is fact number 1. We're actually gonna head back over to the other side to actually see the rest of Fantasyland, but the clock is on this side, so I had to be over here for this one. Which leads our next spot over to the Voyage of the Little Mermaid, which this ride actually used to have a different ride in this whole new Fantasyland area, actually. That being 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and there's a little Easter egg from that former ride in the queue of this ride itself. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Let's head inside. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I actually didn't originally know where this was. I actually had to ask one of the amazing cast members at the front of this ride where this was, because I know it was in line, but it looked like it was like behind a waterfall. I don't know. Well, here it is, guys. I actually had to switch lenses so I could get the proper zoom on this one, but there it is. It's right here as where like the water line kind of should be, like up here a little bit, but that's it. That's the Nautilus, guys. Now, if you're looking to find this yourself, it's actually in a very particular spot, and then don't even use the queue if it's not too long, but you have to kind of go around this trash can that you see right here over to these like these wood things in the middle, and that's like the only vantage point where you could see these before you just right before you get inside for the ride itself. A major reason why I'm doing this video and other videos where I share a bunch of like weird Disney history facts is so that you guys can go and like be the cool history nerd to everybody when you're here on these Disney trips. I hope you're able to use some of these. That one was like maybe the deepest cut. This next one a lot of people know about, but you'd be surprised. Now for this next fact, we're actually headed out of Fantasyland into Liberty Square, and trust me, this actually does count as a Fantasyland fun fact, mainly because of the reference of the old ride that used to be over in Fantasyland. That's right, over here at the Haunted Mansion, we actually have a hidden gem from Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Are you guys familiar with this ride? It actually used to be where Winnie the Pooh is now, a very similar dark ride, lots of twists and turns, but over here in the pet cemetery at Haunted Mansion, one of the former pets that unfortunately has deceased and moved on, right behind these bars you could find Mr. Toad. Look at that. There you are. There's his grave plot. That's an awfully big plot for like a frog, don't you think? And actually, that's not the only Mr. Toad reference we have over here in the Fantasyland area, but before we get to that one, we're gonna make a quick stop in Harbor House. What'd you get?
The maple mustard glazed salmon.
Yuck.
Yum.
Kristen's also here today, obviously. I'm gonna have her plug her video. Why should somebody watch the video that you're filming today? What is it? And then give me a real good sales pitch.
ASMR. I discovered my love for the maple Dijon mustard glazed salmon from Columbia Harbor House. Just kidding. I'm filming Magic Kingdom Christmas snacks, so go watch my video or else.
For our next fact, we're actually headed over to meet everybody's favorite bear, my mortal enemy, some might say. Not me, probably not me. I don't know. We're visiting Pooh Bear. Like I had previously mentioned, the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh had not always been here at Magic Kingdom. Formerly, it was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which I think was an opening day attraction over at Disneyland, but it moved here in, I think like late 90s. I put the dates right here. It moved here at this date, and Winnie the Pooh took over. But you could find a reference to Mr. Toad on this ride itself. It is actually in like the second room when you're going through Owl's house. There's a portrait on the wall of Owl and Mr. Toad. They grew up as childhood friends, maybe. I don't know if that's for sure though, because there's actually no backstory given, but it's just a little nod to that, since it is an IP that like Disney owns and they're able to just sprinkle in whatever characters that they feel like within this universe. I wish there was maybe like an animatronic or like a moving figure of Mr. Toad in here just as like some background character, but this ride does not have a lot of animatronics, I'll tell you that. There's a lot of cardboard cutouts on this one, or plywood cutouts, my bad, sorry. I don't think when I originally made this list, I realized how much I would be zigzagging back and forth across Fantasyland. That's my bad. But we have made it over here to the Tangled bathrooms on the very edge of Fantasyland, where you could find one really, really fun, like, I Spy game. Do you play I Spy growing up? Well, there's a Pascal I Spy game here around the Tangled bathrooms if you're looking to kill time while somebody's taking a poop. I've actually never participated in this game before, so we're gonna have a wonderful time trying to spot all of them. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the answers to this, maybe skip forward 30 seconds, a minute, something like that. So since this vantage point over here is actually the only spot I could find one of these signs, I think there might be a limited amount. I found one of them already. Right down here, I'm gonna zoom in. There's Pascal number 1. One of them I did see a teaser for, which I believe was literally on this building that is behind construction walls right now. It was like on one of these little, what are these called? Window, flower basket, window, whatever. Oh wait, no, actually, no, I see him right there. Okay, he's really, really hard to see, but if you look between those like flowers right here, he's kind of already hidden by that. Those are the only two that I know exactly where they are. Is that another one down here? Is that? No, that's just a rock. That's a rock. Well, clearly I was not very successful with this Pascal game. We found two, but that's actually not the only reason we are here by the Tangled bathrooms, actually talking about a fun fact. Now, these are facts, not only little hidden gems and stuff like that, but also things that just people didn't know. And I know there's a lot of younger viewers of this channel. There's a lot of people that don't remember old Fantasyland, which included something in the sky. And these are the old Skyway buckets. I've alluded to them in a previous video when we were over at Skipper Canteen, because there's a reference over there as well. But the Disneyland Skyliner was not the very first sky on a wire with a bucket transportation system that existed here at Magic Kingdom, at Disney World in general. There was one here at Magic Kingdom which had a Skyway station that looked like this, right where the Tangled bathrooms were, and then the other station, there was only 2 stops. The other one was over at the top of the bathrooms next to Space Mountain. I know that sounds kind of weird because, I don't know, this building's still there, but the Skyway buckets were something that used to exist here, and that's one thing I love pointing out, because growing up, going on these trips, like, this was an area of the park that was literally abandoned for years and years. They had to close them for obvious safety purposes because it's just an accident waiting to happen. There were some incidences that I'm sure you could look up if you really are interested in that. But yeah, the Skyway buckets used to be over here, and that's just one more fun fact about Fantasyland, guys. Am I nailing these? Am I doing a good job with this? I know this one's probably gonna have a decent amount of newer viewers on this one, and I just want to make sure that, like, these are things that people don't know. Like, actually, keep a counter. How many of these do you know? How many of these are you, like, totally clueless on? Like, what is your, let me know at the very end of this video what your score is, because I want to know. I want to know if these are things that everybody knows, or I'm just the biggest nerd in the world. Also, bonus fact, this doesn't count as one of the main 10. Did you know that in this Tangled bathrooms area, there are multiple different charging ports where you have like a USB and just a regular plug in case you need to charge up on your phone, anything else like that? Well, this is the spot. Go for it. Yep.
I said I got the very last eclair.
You just stole that from a child, you know that.
I did not. There was a full-grown adult behind me trying to get one too. Sorry.
I don't know. I feel like I know a lot of kids who love eclairs. You know, like, this is like the go-to. Kids do not like Mickey bars. They don't like Mickey sandwiches, Mickey pretzels, eclairs. That's what the kids are here for. A quick stop over here at the very edge of Fantasyland at Cheshire Cafe, because Kristen's getting another snack, and I want her to plug her video one more time because I don't think she did a very good job convincing you guys the first time.
New pitch since Ryan said mine sucked. I am spending probably over $100 on Christmas food in Magic Kingdom today, so you don't have to.
No way. No way. It's not $100.
It's probably going to be close to that.
Now, over here at Mickey's Phillharmagic, I'm not going to be highlighting the former attractions. There's two. Did you know that? Well, we're going to maybe cover that in a future video. But what I do want to cover is this gift shop. There's a really, really fun hidden fact within this gift shop, and it's not something you would expect. Now, I know you're probably in this gift shop all the time trying to buy Daisy or Pluto merch or like look at the really fun Donald, but if you look over at Mickey director, like music director Mickey, his sheet music on his stand is the actual sheet music from the ride itself, like from the like main intro / outro, the song. This song that I'm gonna play really sped up so I avoid copyright purposes. But the sheet music, you can't even see the top of it, but people have like looked and seen through there, and it's like actually the tune for the like full band arrangement of this theme from the ride. Is that cool? I think that's weird. That there's that much detail that they knew people would see like through the light on the paper that's on the stand. That's, yeah. Now, this is not the only gift shop fun fact that we're gonna be talking about today. We actually have one more over at Sir Mickey's. Have you guys even, I've never been in there. I'll be completely honest. I did have to look this one up because I did not believe it when somebody told me this recently. Sir Mickey's, for those who don't know, is actually the like boy counterpart to the like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, which is very, very well known around Disney as being like the makeover type thing for kids that come on vacation and want a makeover. But Sir Mickey's is, I believe, originally was the counterpart to that. Now it's just a regular gift shop. I don't know, honestly. But there's a really, really fun hidden thing in this gift shop which nobody would ever know about unless they went in here, which is the giant from Mickey and the Beanstalk, which the outside is leading you to believe that would be the case in the first place. But if you look inside, if you're looking for stuff and you just see this massive giant peering in here, I didn't know this was here. And this is the 10 things that you didn't know about Fantasyland. And I feel, since I didn't know about that, I feel like you guys didn't either. Yeah? When you drop your phone between the seats. A good one?
That's good in the car.
No, I meant on Star Tours.
Oh yeah, that too. Okay. Ryan is forcing me to do this. I'm gonna put my Dasani right here, and it's gonna give me the strength. Did it work? This video is not sponsored by Dasani, but if the Coca-Cola company would like to sponsor this video, email Ryan for theloveofthemeparks@gmail.com.
We have made our way over to Pinocchio's Village House, not only for a quick bite to eat for me, because I literally have not eaten anything today yet here, and I got the gluten-free chicken tenders, which are actually really, really different from the ones that they have here, and I think they were the only ones that are not like pre-frozen. I feel like these are like actually like fresh-looking cutlets type of thing, whatever. I'm not gluten-free, but they did not check my gluten-free card. So, in case you're wondering, you can still get these if you're not gluten-free.
There's one kid in front of me gnawing on a railing. There's another kid licking the glass thing, and there's greasy fingerprints all over this sign that Ryan is now holding. So the actual reason we are here is because number 10 on our list of things is, did you know that they have signs that you could hold up here at Pinocchio's Village House that could get the people down there to say Donald Duck or clap your hands? Now, this is really, really probably the least interesting fact, but I did want to segue this into a segment that I believe was going to be new here on For the Love of Vlogging, which is ideas for videos that were never done and will probably never be done. On today's installment, I'm going to talk about a video that was actually pitched to me by my friend Chris. He thought it would be really funny to use these signs that they have over at Pinocchio's Village House and like make them say something different, where you would hold up the sign and it'd say something like "pee your pants" or like "white boogers on the seat." Oh my god, that was terrifying. Are you okay? Or like give the person in front of you a wet willy. Just like little things like that. Obviously I would never do this, and if I did no, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that one. There's a lot of these where we're like, oh, we wouldn't do that one. But it's a really funny concept. A lot of like, I have a lot of ideas for like YouTube prankster style stuff that I would never ever do. And I always pitch it to Isabel and I'm like, oh, I have a really funny idea for a video I'm never gonna do. And she's like, you're not gonna do that. I'm like, I told you that already. At least once a week, I send Ryan a video idea for him to use that, like, I know neither of us could ever do, but I still want to let him know the idea because it's funny. So yes, this is very true.
So I'm going to try to, at least in the next few vlogs, try to include these ideas that are never going to get used. And I will, a disclaimer, no one should use these. Please do not use these ideas.
Well, that's us, folks. Me and Ryan are going to be purchasing these shirts. And we're going to wear them on our next trip to Magic Kingdom. The rights.
Well, that is it for us here at Magic Kingdom today. Let me know out of these 10 which you already knew, any specific ones or like your tally count. We definitely did 10 of them, guys. And that's it for today. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all the pity viewers for giving me a pity view. Love you guys. See you guys real soon. Bye. Wait, stop filming. Stop. Okay, we're good now. What do you want?
Bye.